I-4 is the most dangerous road in at least Central Florida. I can't speak for the state of Florida. My office is in Central Florida. I can't sit here and tell you that I've conducted in-depth research on it, but what I can tell you is I-4 is so dangerous based on observation and experience. I would say probably 30% of my cases occurred on I-4. And I laugh not in a funny manner, but a more sarcastic manner. You have trucks, you have narrower lanes, the road winds, you have multiple people getting on and off the highway. You also have many tourists and you have many foreigners here. When I say foreigners, I don't mean people that are residents here in the state of Florida. I mean people that are from Brazil or England or some other part of the world that are here on vacation that have different rules of the road. So as we've seen people go from the left lane to get off an exit in the right and cross 3 lanes of traffic. These are the reasons I-4 is so dangerous. There's so many exits. The exits are on the left, they're on the right. There's construction, you have trucks, you have narrowed lanes, you have tourists, you have people from other countries driving. This is why I-4 is so dangerous. I personally, as do many Floridians, do everything we can to stay off of I-4. When you have to go on I-4, I highly suggest being super careful and taking back streets whenever you can. One of the biggest things I see on I-4 in a lot of my clients' cases is people trying to text and talk on the phone while they're in heavy traffic. Oftentimes a person who's on the phone texting they're always going to be the ones at fault just by law. But many times if you're doing it, even if you're doing a voice text, you take your eye off the road for a second, a car in front of you swerves in front of you trying to get to an exit. I-4 accidents tend to be much more severe in my experience. I've seen many rollovers, I've seen many tractor trailer on vehicle accidents, many vehicle on motorcycle accidents, high-end, high-speed rear-end collisions, because again, you have a road that has a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit with frequent stops. That's a recipe for disaster. The accidents on I-4 frequently are much more severe injuries, unfortunately many deaths as well. I advise people to stay off of I-4 as much as possible, especially through the attraction and downtown area because of the number of exits and the number of people switching lanes, so on and so forth. But I will say it's the most dangerous road. It accounts for the highest percentage of my cases and some of the most severe injuries that I have in my law firm. We've talked about, or I've frequently spoken about, many people talk about I-4 as being a very dangerous road in Central Florida. A trend I've seen in my office the last 2 years has been 408 has been a highly dangerous road. Again, my theories on that are, one, the areas around downtown Orlando expanding. Orlando is one of the faster growing cities in the nation still, has very good real estate values and everything else. 408 has become a major hub going in and out of downtown. You have very odd intersections and on-ramps and off-ramps, especially around 417 and I-4. Again, when you're on these roads, put your phone down, okay? Pay attention to those around you. Don't be an aggressive driver on those roads. There's too many people switching lanes that can cause accidents. 408 has become a very dangerous road, another road with a high speed limit, with a lot of cars and a lot of on and off ramps. That's always a recipe for disaster. Just as a public service announcement, if you're driving 408, I-4, anywhere around that area, please be safe. These are the most severe accidents that I see in my law firm day in and day out.